what are some of the opportunities that you see post-pandemic that you think are worth noting in the USA?
So how our strategy works is we really focus on what we call B-class apartments. And then B-class apartments are apartments that have been built from, say, 1985 to 2005, 2010. And these are properties that probably haven't been updated that much. However, they're in good areas. We call them B-class areas. And they have a solid tenant base there with actual real jobs, solid jobs. When we're doing underwriting on these tenants, we typically are looking for 3x. So that means that they're making 3 times more, or the household is making 3 times more than what the rent is, which allows them to afford that mortgage. We stay away from very high-end apartments. It's not something that we invest into. The reason for that is, number one, is that so right now we have about 4.3 million apartments that we are missing in the market that are needed to cover the demand. And these are mainly in what we call the Sun Belt. So in the Southeast where we invest, these are these places that are high in growth, that people are losing the growth from the Northeast. They're coming down to the Southeast where we are, Florida, Atlanta, Dallas, these places, and Phoenix as well. And these are the areas where people are moving to, and this is where these apartments are supposed to be or need to be built. So when you're buying these newer apartments, you're competing with anything new that's built is going to be competing right alongside that. So if I'm buying an apartment built in 2017, and there's something new that's going to be built right now in 2023, and the rents are similar, obviously they're going to go with the newer place, and it's going to be difficult. And that's going to be, let's say, $2,500 a month for rent. And if I'm, a half mile down the street and we are in pretty much the same area, and we have this B-class property that's, say, 30 years old, but we've just renovated the units, we've updated the whole pool and the amenities in the gym, and our rents are going to be at $1,700 a month, and that's where you're going to be able to pull people that are going between, say, lower apartments that want to get to a better price, better product that can't get to the higher one. They're going to be right there where we are in that B class. And that's really what we've seen over the years as one of the best places to be in real estate. I just see that we have a lot of inventory that was started about 3 years ago, a lot of apartment buildings that were starting construction that are going to be coming online here shortly. And then a lot of stuff pulled back last year. So that's going to slow down what's coming on in 2025. But if you're in that slightly older window, but not too old, where you're getting into less than ideal properties and less than ideal areas, but not the brand new product, that's something that can't be built, because if I tried to build the apartments that we have now, we can never rent them for the $1,700. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't make sense. And it makes no sense too. If you're going to build a property, you might as well spend an extra $1,000 or so dollars, a couple $1,000s per unit to make it, put in all the nice finishes and all the nice appliances to get it to the next level. And it doesn't make sense to do that. And our type properties, we can get as close to that, but there's always going to be little differences from what was built 30 years ago, which is today.